So I was getting pretty tired of my inkjet printers. I have an Epson that basically runs out of ink every 10 to 15 pages or so. It's pretty ridiculous. Even the Epson brand ink, not just the knockoff ink that you buy for cheap, it was just doing really poorly, costing me a lot of money, not really working well. I was getting sick of it. I've never had a really good printer, so I decided to buy something better, a Laserjet. This is a color Laserjet. So it has the toner cartridges instead that are supposed to last, 1,500 pages or so. So this is the box that it came in. So Laserjet Pro 200, color MFP M276nw. It was bought off of newegg.com and was shipped by UPS. Maybe not the best handling, but the product is 49 point something pounds, 50 pounds. So a little hard to handle and had to be carried up some stairs. Pretty big machine for a printer. So this is the box it came in. It was wrapped in these, surrounded by this styrofoam in this plastic bag here. And some paperwork that came with it. Not this. This is just crap. It did not come with a screwdriver. Phone cable for the fax functionality. HP packing paper. This is kind of the manual. It's actually very straightforward, not very informative though about all the features of the product. I imagine you have to maybe download something online to figure out all the details of its features. This is the most detailed piece of paperwork that came with it that was in my packaging. This is just a test page that was printed when I tested the wireless network. I hooked it up to my wireless network, and this is just saying that looks like it is working. This is a copy that I made of it with the two ways to copy. You can use the scanner or use the actual copy feed through apparatus on the top. It works very well either way, and I cannot tell the difference between the original and the copy. Came with a USB cable. I have mine hooked up wirelessly, so I have not used this. Driver CDs. I didn't install any of this because when you install stuff that comes with a printer, it really likes to install things that you don't need on your computer. So I tend to avoid that kind of stuff. So here it is. I've got some hammer mill paper in it. Laser print, whatever that means. This stuff is really old. I haven't used it in a while because my printer, my inkjet, didn't really work well with it. So I put it in this guy. So this is it. Pretty big, 50 pounds. Already got some of my fingerprints on it. Looks pretty sleek and black. There's a little touch screen here. That's my head in the reflection. It's adjustable, I guess, in case you're too lazy to stand up. So I'm just going to leave it back. And just tapping the front of it turns it on like you just saw. That was a test page that was printed. Power buttons on the front here. It looks like two trays are here, but this is just one tray for the paper. And this, I guess, makes it easier to fill it or something. You just kind of open it up there. Okay. But actually, whenever you put the paper tray in, it actually seems to roll on the table, and it's kind of loose in there, and you think it might be difficult to put back in, but actually it kind of guides itself in, so it slides back in pretty easily. This thing says it's rated for legal size paper, which I guess is to there. I always thought legal size paper was a little bit larger or longer than that, but maybe not. In any case, it's rated to hold about 150 pages. Not the most in the world, but way more than I ever need to print in one sitting. And adjustable here, adjustable here. I guess you can make it smaller for whatever size documents you need, letters, whatever. Slide it in. Easy. This is a toner. So, front door open. These are the toner cartridges here, obviously. Come in and out pretty easily. I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong here because this is the first Laserjet printer I've ever owned, so if you got something to say about me handling this incorrectly, let me know. I don't want to break this thing. But it seems very simple, very easy. This is a tray where you put things you want to copy or fax face up. So if I wanted to fax this, face up, or copy this face up, and it will copy. Does pretty well. Sorry, I don't have the best lighting in this room. So here's the plate for scanning or copying. So this is a reference 8 by 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So, you know, barely enough room. It looks like it doesn't, you know, I guess you can scan some legal size documents, and that's about as much as you can do. So just take this off without getting too many fingerprints on it. Put that down. And yeah. So, you know what, I'm not really sure what this glass piece is about. I bet somebody can tell me. But it has it, so if you want it, there it is. Features on here, it has wireless. It's connected to my wireless network, which is WPA encrypted. It's able to connect to that easily. Of course, as you can see, it gives you the options. It has a little apps icon here. I don't find any kind of use for this. I don't know how this would be helpful to many people, because I'm not sure if many people want to be playing on their computer's LCD screen for all of these apps. I don't know. I haven't investigated this. I don't know how I would use this. Maybe there would be a way, a reason for me to use it, but I haven't. Screen isn't the highest resolution in the world, but it's more than usable. User interface is fairly responsive too. There's not much delay when you press the buttons. Little indicator saying it's connected wirelessly. I guess that's power. I don't know if I guess it's the help button. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, USB. It's sort of self-explanatory. A fax machine, which I don't have hooked up today, but I bet it works like a peach. Let's see. Oh, would you like to set up the fax now? No. Copy. Scan apps. So let's print a page of something, and then make a copy and a scan of it, see how it works. Actually, because I don't feel like burning more ink than I need to, this is actually a test page that the printer itself prints whenever you want to do a test page. So if you go to this user interface here, go to settings, and go to reports, you can actually print this demo page right here. So I printed this demo page. When you do that, this page comes out. You know, I guess to show you how high of resolution, how good it can print. So this is hammer mill laser print paper, this right here. It looks very good. I didn't know what kind of quality to expect, especially with the color print on a laser printer, but it looks pretty good. I'm going to zoom in, and I'm not sure how well my camera is going to be able to focus here, but you know, you can start seeing some of the dots in each square inch. I'm sorry about the focus. It looks very clean to me, you know, from the distance that you would typically be looking at a page like this. It looks very nice. It looks like something that would be, you know, on some sort of a brochure or something like that. So anyway, this is a New England Journal article about gastrointestinal bleeding. I'm just going to print it. It's about 11 pages long, and we'll see how loud the printer is, how long it takes, and that sort of thing. It says printing document even though my camera can't really catch it. Sometimes it seems to have a little bit of difficulty stacking the pages. It kind of pushes the pages that are already printed forward, which isn't too bad. I say this is really fast though. I've never had an inkjet printer that could print this fast at all. Of course, I've always bought really crappy ones. I've bought Canon, Lexmark, an Epson that I thought was good, but turned out not to be so good. And this is on default settings as well. I did not change any of the quality settings or anything like that on the driver. So this is sort of the settings out of the box. Oh, and it also printed the color. Okay. So it looks very good, very clean. Very clean, actually, to the naked eye. This is definitely quite presentable. If you work in the business environment or something like that and you're trying to make something look nice and spiffy, man, this is good. I've never had a printer that prints as well. Let's see how well it copies. So we can see what this one sort of looks like in terms of how crisp and clean the letters are and everything. So I'm pretty sure you put it face up here. So it looks like by default the printer will check this tray first, and then it will check if there's nothing in here. It will actually scan and make a copy. So there's really, you don't have to go to either one. If you have something in the scanning bed to copy, you don't go there actually, you just click copy. So I guess we can do a color copy, even though I've always been weary about using color ink, but let's just do it. It's a little bit louder than some other printers. This is the copy. This is the original. Here's the original. Here's the copy. I have 20/20 vision and I'm having some difficulty telling the difference between these two. However, the ink here, as you can tell, is a little bit less saturated. You can see there's some defect in the letters here. I'm not sure how well it looks on the screen here, but that might be the only obvious difference. The text here looks pretty darn good, and that's being copied through the tray that you typically send faxes through. Let's see if there's any difference with the scanning bed. Putting the original printout in the scanning bed. Again, since there's nothing in the tray, it's going to look for that first, it's going to see nothing, and then it's going to look at the scanning bed. So let's color again. Alright, so here's the original. Here's the scanning bed copy. Very hard to tell the difference. Still, I think this text, these authors up here, the saturation isn't quite as good as it is on the original. But man, otherwise it's pretty darn difficult to tell the difference here. On the top and the bottom of this word abstract is these black lines, thin black lines. On the copied paper, it seems like the printer had difficulty mixing the colors and making black. and it's a little bit noticeable, kind of along all the black lines. Now when you're looking at it, you probably won't notice it, but if you're not looking for it, it's a little bit concerning. I would say it's these two copies, be it from the fax tray or the scanning bed, are pretty identical in terms of the quality. Okay, so I like it. I like it a lot. Of course, the best quality is whenever you're printing directly to the printer. The copy, I'd say, is pretty good quality. I don't want to waste any more ink, so I'm not going to copy this guy. But there's a little bit of color in here. Maybe that can give some indication of how well it copies colors. In any case, I'm really pleased with this thing compared to all the other crap that I've had. This is my attempt to not get basically ripped off by the home printing companies. These days, when you buy a inkjet printer, they come with these starter cartridges that are actually even worse. They're the same size and everything and build of a typical cartridge, but they come with about 3 drops of ink. They run out after about 10 pages of printing. Brand new cartridges, the average ink that are in those ink cartridges these days are less than what they used to be. Sort of designed for the ink to run out more so they can charge you more money. And then you buy these extra large ink cartridges. They're like, oh, these are extra large, but they're the exact same size. They just fill them up with more ink. It's pretty ridiculous. I think it's a horrible way to make money. It alienates the customers. In any case, HP is guilty of it too. But this is my attempt to maybe get more for my money when it comes to the ink. So we'll see how it goes.